the ultimate dark power, hidden within Kamijo Toma's right arm. When unleashed, the jaw of the Dragon King consumes anything in its path, and it can control the fabric of reality itself. We finally have brand new information from the Asserted Magical Index light novel about this beast of a dragon that you do not want to miss. The mysterious Dragon King, also known as the First Dragon, is one of the hidden powers within Kamijo Toma's right arm, acting as the ultimate trap card. The creature first made its debut when Toma's right arm was severed by the alchemist Aureolus Izzard, thinking it would stop the boy's special right hand, known as Imagine Breaker, which could easily nullify his reality warping magic. He instead opened the trapdoor to the monster and was brutally devoured instantly. Wait, he actually survived this? How is that possible? While it didn't kill Izzard, strangely, the magician's entire memory was wiped, essentially making him an entirely new person, and this was later revealed to be the result of the dragon itself, with it being able to erase the minds of its victims. The Dragon King would reappear once again in a Certain Scientific Railgun Season 3, where Toma had his arm back, as yes, he can regenerate it, but it soon went flying off once again, as Imagine Breaker was unable to nullify a huge black ball of psychic energy. It was continuing to increase in power, due to the girl Misaka Mikoto, who was continuously becoming stronger due to her transformation into a level 6, akin to a scientific angel that could destroy the entire world. After the arm was severed, the Dragon King this time was one of 8 dragons to emerge from Toma's body, with the dragons working together to chew up the destructive force like a giant apple, with them saving the day and turning Misaka back to normal. But now, after many years, the dragon is finally back, and it's more insanely powerful than ever before. This time, the power beyond the right hand is used as a last resort, as Toma becomes desperate to protect his former enemy, Anna Sprengel, from the eccentric yet unstoppable magician Christian Rosenkreuz. Rosenchad shrugged off countless attacks from the forces of Academy City, and even defeated the legendary magicians Anna Kingsford and Aleister Crowley, with CRC arriving in the District 7 hospital, ready to put the nail in the coffin for the dying Anna. It left Toma no choice but to force out his inner power and reject his own heroic nature by giving in to his dark side. Toma phoned Misaka to use her railgun attack to destroy his right arm once again, because he must know that she's desperate to see his snake. In order to protect Anna, his friends, and the entire city, Toma was even willing to kill CRC, which goes against everything what our hero stands for. He was continuously losing blood, meaning Toma would undoubtedly die himself in a matter of minutes. But the most important thing to him in this moment was ripping apart his enemy. Toma heard the voice of his own doppelganger, Kamijo no Toma, inside his head, who was relieved that their shared body finally did what they viewed as the logical thing. The serpent violently emerged from his bloody shoulder, covered in tough scales, with menacing eyes and a giant vicious jaw. It had now returned, and Toma's capillaries burst, giving him a severe case of pink eye. While CRC was undoubtedly powerful, he was not prepared for the onslaught that was about to follow. Not only does the Dragon King have the power to erase memories of those it eats, it is more deadly than we could have possibly imagined. It is truly on steroids, as it seemingly has the powers of the other 8 dragons that was revealed by the editor of the Railgun manga, plus much more. Only just one dragon this time was needed to combat CRC for a reason. With a slight flick from Toma, sound was compressed and space was distorted as the dragon moved instantly, seemingly bypassing CRC's defensive magic that could previously shrug off almost any attack. By surrounding himself with clouds, no attack could actually reach him. Until now, that is. The hospital seemed like an unsuitable fighting environment for the 2 godlike forces, and yet it would be the perfect spot for CRC to be placed on his deathbed at the hands of Toma. As the legendary magician finally felt terror, he was knocked to the ground for the very first time, putting him in absolute disbelief. It was like the boy, who supposedly had a physical body, was shifting into the realm of shapeless and weightless illusion. He took another step. That was enough for the world to distort and strain. The space around him definitely sank. If he had stepped with greater purpose, it might have triggered an inwards gravitational collapse in that space, creating an irreparable hole. The ground at Toma's feet appeared like the stars in the night sky, as the dragon was even able to leave its host, displaying its monstrous physique. CRC retaliated by launching his invisible magic, which disguises a small but murderous projectile like a bullet, but the dragon's mouth enveloped the attack and reduced it to nothing, protecting its host. Everything the dragon devoured would be erased from the world or universe itself, acting as a void that would consume anything that entered. Those jaws would destroy even unshakable reality. Not even Toma's Imagine Breaker could stop CRC's magic, despite his special right hand being able to destroy a lance capable of shattering the walls of the multiverse itself. But the mysterious dragon stopped it with ease, like it was a speck of dust. Things became even more difficult for his enemy, as Toma and the dragon could blend in with their surroundings like a chameleon. CRC did not crap his pants this time, as he decided to do something evil. The typical villain dick move of targeting innocent bystanders in the hospital to prompt Toma to respond. It seemed like a desperate and messed up decision. But of course, the dragon had yet another answer. It actually split the hospital in two and seamlessly stitched it back together like nothing had happened, in order to prevent it from being permanently damaged and to protect the vulnerable bystanders. But how on earth was this possible? Like custard or gelatin, the hospital's walls and ceiling had separated themselves to the left and right. It all forgot its original texture, spread apart at the center like a slime, and then reconnected like nothing had happened. It was like the building itself had a mind and a life of its own. Christian Rosenkreutz drew on his vast wisdom to instantly explain it. This was not creation or destruction. It was, did you command it? The intimidation of the Crown Dragon King can command living things, but also all inanimate objects. Its ability to freely manipulate matter around it would make Toma impossible to ignore in the battle, and it would allow the two titans to go all out without any concern of what was around them. Toma retaliated to the attack on the bystanders by firing a savage beam of light at CRC, destroying his arm. But the magician quickly repaired his injury with his own magic. The dragon could propel many powerful attacks from its jaw, such as the beam of light from earlier, a deadly poison that did not exist in the world that could seemingly counter all of CRC's weapons at once, and the bat's wing that emerged from the mouth, manipulating the weather from every direction, including electricity and air pressure, with it being akin to an actual miracle. The dragon's scales could even be shot out as a projectile, scattered everywhere like a shotgun blast. Toma was also seemingly able to manipulate his own blood into forming patterns, just like a Rorschach, but they were instead recognized as magic circles by CRC, causing him to be attacked by different spells at once. Gotta love it when magic and science collide, eh? And yet another interesting power of the dragon was that it could seemingly transfer and channel energy from Toma's mouth to the mouth of the dragon, further amplifying the energy of what Toma would eat. With Toma himself eating part of an electric furnace, the dragon could then launch an augmented magnetron dragon breath, causing devastating damage from a powerful laser beam. While it may seem the dragon overwhelmed CRC, he did have an upper hand at certain points in the fight. He even managed to blow up Toma's head, with the dragon unable to defend its host due to the attack being at point blank range. While this will normally be a Mortal Kombat fatality and death, as we would spam F in the chat to our boy, he fortunately had a get out of jail free card that he wasn't even aware of. A dragon's tail appeared out of thin air, likely belonging to one of the other dragons that didn't appear in the fight. Maybe it was the angel dragon due to being a traitor and ditching Toma for this hoe. Anyway, by sacrificing this tail, Toma was able to instantly regenerate his head and was miraculously still alive, although he noted that this was only a one-time thing, so it's not like he could spam it if he kept getting killed. CRC nearly won as his strategy changed by retreating away from Toma hoping to win by a timeout. But he didn't have to wait any longer, as Toma fell to his feet from losing liters of blood. However, all was not lost, as Aleister Crowley came to Toma's aid, and both a magical demon and a scientific angel gave the boy a new lease of life as the duo punched CRC away to seal the victory. The question remains though, what is the origin of the mysterious dragons, and how on earth did they end up within Toma? We might have been given a clue from CRC himself, or should I say the author of him, who was basically LARPing as his own character. Looks like CRC is the true self-insert of the story. Jokes aside, he saw similarity between the dragon and the great willed serpent Jormungand, known for its poisonous breath, and being able to defeat the lightning god Thor. The actual Thor though, not Chris Hemsworth or this fake femboy. So I believe this alludes to the many dragons belonging to different mythologies of the world, due to one of their powers being recognized as belonging to Norse myth. I truly wonder if the Dragon King's other powers can be explained via legends throughout history as well. Let me know in the comments how strong do you think the Dragon King is, and which is your favorite ability. Make sure you subscribe for more in-depth videos just like this, and check out the videos on screen right now for even more information about Toma's powers.